Hi, WhoDatNation. This is the second part of the season review. I'm going to talk about the defensive side of the ball, but before I get started, cause trust me, I'm gonna need a drink for this shit. Go ahead and just a little bit of this Tanqueray. I was taking shots of this whole bottle. I drank this whole bottle on New Year. When I get drinks, I like to get different drinks and just go back and forth. I don't like drinking one drink at one time. So, see that? That's gone. Then we got some wine. What me and the lady like to sip on. I'm gonna just do a little mix. Mix it up a little bit. Let y'all see it. Alright. Alright. Let's get started. Now this defense. And by the way, just a little quick thing. I just sipped this, just tried it. This Tanqueray Sterling, I want everyone to try this. WhoDatNation. You can mix this with any drink and you will not taste this right here. This is sneak attack. Snuck up on me for New Year's. I was drinking it like it was a bottle of water. Trust me on that, WhoDatNation. And anyway, this defense. Going into this season, I thought this defense was about to be not the best in the league, but I thought we was at least going to be at least in the top 15 to 20. No lower than 20. That's what I personally felt going into this season. We had Jarvis Bird. You know, of course, he missed the end of training camp again, and you know, the start of the season. But I knew we was gonna have him. He was gonna be healthy. We had grabbed Anthony Spencer. You know, and I thought we had Brandon Browner too. You know, Browner, he was the big addition in my eyes of last offseason. Before I get into anything dealing with him, he was my biggest grab of the offseason. You know, I thought that was the main piece we was missing, because the year prior to that, Corey White and Patrick Robertson, we all know what was happening with them, and it was just pathetic. So going into this past off season, you know, grabbing Browner, I thought Keenan and Browner was gonna hold their sides down, and we was gonna be straight. Now looking back on the Gillette situation, that really kicked us in the ass. And the reason why it kicked us in the ass, because number one, I'm not even gonna talk about what his cap hit, but we lost a pass rusher, an elite pass rusher in Gillette. You know, and I didn't know really. To be honest, that was just losing him. That really hurt our defense. To keep it all the way 100 with you. Now going back to Browner, the Browner experiment didn't start until week 3 against the Panthers, when Ted Ginn exposed this dude. Just getting blasted one-on-one. He was the reason why we lost that game. And it kept up all the way until the end of the season. Now, before bringing him in, people argue, why did we bring him in? Why did we pay him that much? Keep it all the way 100 with you. Browner was always known for his penalties. That's one thing he was always known for, his drawing penalties and holding and stuff. But didn't nobody expect Browner to be getting burnt the way he did. This past season he looked at like an undrafted rookie being called up because everybody got hurt. Especially the way he looked. He looked worse than he was our worst cornerback on the team. We put Brian Dixon in the game against the Falcons. Julio got his, but Dixon was right there with him. But really, man, the Browner experience, man, we got jinxed as a whole WhoDatNation. Like I said, we knew about the holding and shit, but nobody, including myself, expected him to be getting burnt like that, the way that he did, just getting blasted the way he did. I mean, it was just pathetic. I don't know what the guy got into in the off season prior to this season. He was a Super Bowl winner, so who knows if he was just, drinking too much, partying too much, not, in the weight room like he should have been. Maybe that was it. I don't know. But anyway, to move on. Really, the bottom line with him, I don't know what they're going to do with him. It's some people that's saying that we should, drop Browner back to safety, to strong safety, and have Vaquero playing more in the box. But if we do that, we're probably going to have to be in a 3 safety tandem like we was with Rob. I don't think Dennis, use, 3 safeties in his defense. And if he's the coordinator next year, we're going to incorporate his defense, and I don't think it involves 3 safeties in none of his packages. So, I mean, that would be a great idea, but if Dennis doesn't use 3 safeties, then that means it's going to be a problem for either Jarris or Keenan, if Jarris is back with us next year. And I'll hit on him in a minute. But Vaquero, man, he need to stay at strong safety. We can use him in the box. I thought about an outside linebacker. He's strong enough to hold it down at linebacker, but I'm not. I don't know that he would be pretty small for an outside linebacker. Strong safety need to be his bread and butter. He's proven he can play in the box, and we can keep a ball hawk safety in the backfield, which is not Jarris Byrd. Now, on the Jarris Byrd, the big $54 million man. Keep it all the way cool, cut, honest. This guy, this season, wasted some more money. Guy wasted another $8-9 million. He was a good, I'm not gonna say a good tackler, but he was in on a good bit of tackles this year. But the Jarris Byrd that was in Buffalo, we haven't saw none of that down in New Orleans. And since we ain't saw none of that, the guy, he's either gonna have to take a pay cut, or we're gonna have to ship him off, for a player, or we can ship him off for probably a second or third round pick. I'll say second. I demand a second rounder for him, even though that's probably too high, but it is what it is. The Akeem Hicks trade that happened this year, that put another damp on our pass rush. Along with Gillette leaving, I don't know why the hell we traded Akeem Hicks for. I don't know if he's a problem in the locker room, but all I know is we should have stuck with the guy throughout the whole season. Bobby Richardson, he's an up-and-coming player. Maybe in a few years, we can rock with him, but at this point in time, he didn't help Cam out on the pass rush at all this year. He didn't help Cam out on the pass rush at all this year. And that was hurting our secondary, especially when you got a weak ass pass rush, not including Cam, but because when they wash Cam up, there's nothing else he can do. But when you don't got a good pass rush as a whole, and then you got a Brandon Browner in the backfield trying to cover one-on-one, that's calling for disaster right there. And that's what happened with our defense. If I want to give a percentage on what was the main cause of failure for our defense this year, some might disagree, but I say Brandon Browner was 60% of the reason. There was a bunch of third down packages this year that he was in, which you would think a coach, if you know a player is known for drawing a lot of penalties, why would he be in there on third down? And especially along with him getting blasted, why would he be on there? I'm about to get off. It's going on 12 minutes, but you would think, why is this guy in there? Bunch of third down flags caused by him holding, a bunch of bullshit that was causing first downs. That hurt us, After we give up a flag on third down, they end up scoring that drive instead of us getting a 3 and out and they punt back to us. That hurt us. And basically, man, I don't see why we paid that man that much. But I'm saying this now, but at last off season, was he worth that much coming in? I believe he was, to be honest with you. In New England and Seattle, this guy never had problems covering guys one-on-one. There's a guy out of the Saints group on Facebook, 67,000 deep members. He was talking about, how Bill Belichick used the safety, to help him out. Well, if you got to use a safety to help escort a grown-ass man on his own island, why is this man making $3 to $4 million a year? That doesn't even make sense. It's no way Bill Belichick done that, but that's another story for another day. All I know for here, pay cut gots to come or he's going to be out of here. And I'm not just saying this, we're deep in the fucking hole. So niggas going to have to take cuts or they is up out of here. That's just how it is. But the 6 names that I gave you, Cam, that should have sealed spots next year. Cam, Keenan, Devin Bro, Kenny Vaccaro, Stephon Anthony, and Kakaha. Daniel Ellaby, he was a force when he was in, but he couldn't stay on the field. When you can't stay on the field like that, in Miami the year before, this past year, he was hurt there. So basically, man, we can't be having him out there, trusting him as our starter. Can't have a guy out there. Either he's going to have to take a backup role, limited role, or we're going to have to do away with him. relying on him to stay healthy, it hadn't been good at all for us. As far as with Keenan this year, injuries have been a little nailed with us because our best defender on the defense was not 100% this year. But there wasn't no reason for the shit that went on. Lack of pass rush. I can't understand why we got rid of Akeem Hicks instead of just finishing out this year, or at least just take it up to the trade deadline. That's what I didn't understand. Take it up to the trade deadline. But we decided to get rid of him after the Tampa shit, which I don't understand. Everybody know he had potential at the ass. But it is what it is. We reap what we sowed with that. And it resulted in us getting our ass whooped. As far as the D coordinator going forward, I'll be okay with Dennis being our coordinator. Because, like I said, he's going to have a whole offseason to implement his whole defense instead of coming in a third, 60% of the season gone, and then trying to incorporate some stuff. You really ain't gonna be able to see what he's made of when he do that. So you're gonna have a whole off season with him and a training camp for him to implement his defense, get the players he want in the draft, and get the players he want in free agency. Once we free up and get a few dollars to spend, then we can see what he's made of. Or if we want to move on, Dennis, he still need to have a role with this team, and he will have a role with this team. So I'm about to be out. I know this shit was lengthy, but it's my last Saints shit for this point. Tomorrow gonna be interesting because of Sean. He coming out. He having his press conference tomorrow, so tomorrow gonna be real interesting. But even though he's coming back, if he dodging questions tomorrow, then that's just gonna piss WhoDatNation. That's gonna piss us off, so we can get confirmation, but regardless, let's just hope he comes out and say that he's gonna be with us next year, and let's just keep it at that. So it's your boy CB. I'm gonna get back with y'all. Whatever next move we make, really, my next move is gonna be Mardi Gras. So I'm gonna get y'all exclusive shit down there. I'm gonna come out with a video before I get down there, just getting everybody's attention, to stay tuned while I'm down there, because I'm gonna get y'all exclusive shit. But this your boy CB. Sorry about the long video. I'm out.